Today, guys, we're going to talk about drive-by-wire and whether or not you want to do it on your swap. Welcome to VTEC Academy. You're about to get schooled. All right, so we were taking apart our unfortunate TSX, and it occurred to me that a lot of people had asked recently about trying to use the TSX ECU and engine in their swapped car, and we're wondering, what about using the drive-by-wire ECU and everything? So what I want to do today real quickly is show you all the components you need in order to do that. So we're here in the engine bay. Obviously, the first thing would be the drive-by-wire throttle body. Back here, you can see the electronic throttle control connection. There's a motor in here that's controlled by that. And it actually has two sets of sensors to kind of make sure it is giving the proper amount of throttle in there. Rather than a TPS, which has just basically one set of sensors, this has two. The next thing is, this is called the accelerator pedal position sensor. It's underneath this piece of plastic here. It's operated by this cable, which comes from our pedal assembly. And basically, again, there are two sensors in here, and each one of them is sending a voltage back to the ECU. And again, redundant system, so that if there's a problem, you're not going to get full throttle accidentally or something along those lines. So that's the second device. The third device is around this way. The third device is tucked up here on the side of the dash. Now you can see it has like a kind of yellowish clip that actually holds the connection together. That is called the accelerator module, and basically that is what's powering it. So the ECU takes information from the accelerator pedal position sensor, sends it to this module, and the module is actually what drives the motor. Now in later model cars, this actually winds up getting included in the ECU. This function is included in the ECU, but on this particular car and on the Accord from, let's see, 2007, 2008, you have this module on the side. I think the module actually might be in the fit as well, but on top of that, that's also controlled by a relay that's switched on and off by the ECU. But that's the third device that's in here. And of course you need the ECU that's going to talk to both the module, the accelerator pedal position sensor, and the throttle control so that it knows exactly what's going on with your engine. The connections for all three of those devices are actually on the TSX engine harness. There's a short little sub harness that goes from the main part of the engine harness over to that control module, but it's a piece about this long that you can pick up on any Accord or any TSX. But if you decide you want to try and do drive-by-wire, you're going to need all of those things. The other thing, of course, is the TSX ECU is going to be looking for a lot of emissions control devices. So you're going to wind up putting those in too. You're going to need your vent shut valve, your fuel tank pressure sensor, the secondary O2 sensor. So those things are going to have to be added as well in order for the ECU to work properly. As of right now, I don't know of anything that disables those, so I'm not sure if there's a way to get around that if you're making a race car. So other than tricking the ECU, they're going to have to be there as well. All right, guys, I hope that clears up a little bit of confusion about drive-by-wire with the K24A2, and make your own decisions. If you're doing a emissions legal car, it might be it probably is a good thing to do because you can easily transplant those things onto your car. Even if it's a 92 to 5 Civic, you can get the vent shut valve and fuel tank pressure and all that sort of stuff from like a Integra, a 2000 Integra. Again, I hope this has been enlightening, and thank you very much for joining us for another episode of 3 Minute Thursday. And by the way, if you like what you see, or you know somebody who's thinking about doing something like this, why don't you go ahead and share the video with them. And please like and subscribe. That helps bring this to more people, and thank you for clicking on us. We'll talk to you later.